Hi everyone, welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. Welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. My name is Gina Pike. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a project that I'm going to be working on for all of April. I have mentioned this project to you before. This is called the Romi Hill Mystery Shawl Knit Along for Spring 2021. And I couldn't be more excited to share this with you. Now, if you guys are currently knitting this shawl and you do not want to see this clue, like this is a spoiler, so if you don't want to watch this video, now is the time to stop, because I'm going to be talking about clue 1 and how it all looks, all the different stitches, and everything about it. So let's get into it. I'm really excited. I've done this mystery knit along for 5 years now, and every year it just gets better and better and better. And I wanted to say, you know, I had guessed that it might be a half circular shaped shawl, and it is. It's going to be a half circular shaped shawl, so I'm excited about that. Before we get into showing you the pattern, how it all works up, I wanted to also give you a little bit of a tutorial about the stitches that are in this shawl. This is clue 1, a Romi Hills 2021 Spring Mystery Knit Along. Oh, one thing before I get into it, you guys I never did tell you what yarn I'm going to be using. I'm using these 2 yarns. I kind of showed them in another video the other day about yarns that I love, but these are the yarns. This is my color 1. This is my color 2. These are from Diana Dye, of course. Here's her card. My pink is called Angel Rose, and this is a mulberry, 65% mulberry silk, 35% linen, and their fingering weight. This is her fingering 4 weight yarn, and that's kind of why I picked them, because I have a lot of lace weight yarns I was going to try to use, but I decided, since I had these 2 skeins and they go so well together, that I would just go ahead and use them for this project. And as you can see, this one has a lot of different variations of pink in it that pulls on that pink that I have with it. It's when you get up closer you can see all the variations, and this one is called Blooming Heather, and it's just a beautiful yarn, and that's going to be my color 2. But they're both mulberry silk linen blends, so I thought that would go very nicely together. If you guys are ready, clue 1 is done only in the color 1, so this is going to be all pink. For you guys who don't like pink, I'm sorry, but there's the way that this started out was very interesting. You started out here where I have that little marker, and you started out with a loop. You do this 1 loop, and you have to knit into the loop, do a yarn over, knit back into the loop to get a stitch, do another yarn over. You do that 3 times, and you end up with 7 stitches, and then you build around that, and it ends up similarly to a garter stitch tab, but not. It's not anything like that. And when you get going, after you do the loop, you pull the loop tight with the tail, and I can still see, I can still pull the loop. It's kind of like a magic loop in crochet, and it just closes up the loop. Very interesting. I loved it. So that was that, and this is a lot of garter stitch knitting. As you can see, just simple knit stitches. There's a lot of the knit in the front, back, front stitch at the beginning along this edge, and as you can see, it leaves a little bit of a hole design and opens that up a little bit. And there's some yarn overs in here starting to take shape, like there's a row here with yarn overs to add to the design element. And then we get into this section here where it starts getting really cute. It looks a little bit like flower stalks to me. Maybe I should turn it this way so you guys can see it a little bit better. But you can see there's these long lines here, and then there's a couple of these that are a little bit shorter, and they have that cute little detail that knit yarn over knit, which is creating like a little bit of a flower design in your pattern. And you can see it's going all the way around the edge here. It's just creating that cute little design. And again, all this is not very hard. We're at about 161 stitches. I did move on to the size 60-inch needles, but I still have a lot of room here to grow. This is the size of it if I pull back. And this is clue 1. We've got 4 more clues left. If she does like she usually does, she usually sticks with color 1 on her second clue, and then she starts, but she might bring in color 2, and then color 3 and 4 and 5, you start bringing in the color 2, doing an interesting lacy border. But this is color 1. I have a feeling with the look of these little flower designs, that'll probably be in there a little bit more. This is going to be very, the picture she has for the project, I'll put it here, is all, it looks like flowers. And so I'm sure there'll be a little floral designs in here, which I love. And I'm loving this. I love the color of this yarn. It's a really soft, springy, so I'm happy with it. I'm really excited. If you guys want to jump in and knit this along with me, we still have 4 more weeks, and the next clue will release on Friday of this week, which will be, the first clue just came out on the 9th. The next clue will be on the 16th of April, and every Friday we'll get a clue. So this will run until May the 7th will be our last clue. And every week I'll give you guys an update here. So thank you for letting me share that. If you have any questions about any of this, any comments, please don't hesitate to put them down below. If you like this, please don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up. If you are new here and love this kind of information, knitting and crochet and yarn and all of that entails, we would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. I would, and join our family here, interact with us. We have a wonderful series. We talk about what I'm knitting, and I ask you what you guys are knitting, and we try to interact on a more personal level. So if you like that, please join us here, join our family, and we would love to have you here with us. And thank you guys so much for listening to this and watching, and I appreciate you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you all next time. Thank you again.